Alrighty, Ken. How you doing today? Episode 14.
14.
14. 13, the big 1-3. That was, do you feel that episode went well, even though 13 is an unlucky number for some?
I don't know. I'm not superstitious, so it doesn't really matter to me, but all of our episodes are awesome. You guys got to be watching and or downloading.
Hopefully you do both.
Yes.
It'd be cool if like you talked about baseball. You used to play baseball.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I used to watch baseball with my great grandfather, and he would turn on the radio to listen to the radio broadcast and then have the TV on so he could see it.
Yep.
That's what you need to be doing with the affiliate files. Listening to the podcast and watching it on YouTube, and you get that effect, that same effect of listening to those awesome broadcasters call the game, but actually be able to see like everything that's going on in the stadium behind the scenes.
And hear everything.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Because, a lot of people said that, when they started televising sports, specifically baseball, that it broke the game, right?
Mm.
So with that, see, I'm going to wind this into like our topic today.
Segue.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Or to put it another way, don't reinvent the wheel, specifically when we're talking about getting started with affiliate marketing.
Right. I mean, affiliate marketing, as we were talking about just before we flipped on the switch, was
on air.
On air. You got to get one of those on air signs.
I'm pointing at my focus sign for everyone. It's not a sign, actually. It's the little wood cutouts that say focus behind me. Again, if you were listening to the podcast and watching the YouTube at the same time, you'd know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And, if we're talking about affiliate marketing, right, and not reinventing the wheel, when we talked about this just before we went on air, is that it's simple. It's affiliate marketing is so simple. But as the professor would say, that doesn't mean that it's easy.
It ain't easy, folks.
It ain't easy. Absolutely not. And I really do think that there's so many ways to go with this conversation that I guess we just go where it takes us, where the wind blows, we'll go. But to me, it's really just staying focused. And if we point to Gary, if Gary points to his little sign there, it's all about being focused, because it is simple. The basic principles are there. And I know that we posted something, or you posted something in in our chat groups about how you're learning about it was a marketing. Was it a video or something you were watching? You're saying that
it's a training course that I'm going
training
through.
Course.
The quote was, businesses don't grow on their own. They require focus and desire to be the best in the industry. And of course, they need a great product or service to get the attention of the market.
Yeah. And, I followed up with saying that a friend of mine once told me that the more things change, the more they stay the same. So it's not necessarily, the principles are there. The principles are the same. The vehicles and everything that you use to get there may be a little bit different, because you're not riding a horse anymore. You're flying in a supersonic jet in some instances, but the principles are still the same. So I think staying focused and focusing on the basics of blocking and tackling, that those are the things that people I think tend to forget. I don't know if you feel the same way.
Yeah, I'm digging the sports analogies. I mean, they often get overused, but they're the most effective. Again, going back to don't reinvent the wheel. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean? Like, you can look at affiliate marketing and people want to come online, and they specifically online want it to be easy.
Yeah.
Right. Understand it is simple. And like we talked about in last week's episode and the episodes before that, and we always harp on this, it can get easier because you simplify it. Right. So think about just at its core, right? Don't reinvent the wheel. What is affiliate marketing? It's making a recommendation for a product that you trust, that you use, that you know works. It's that simple.
It is. Which begs the question, though, why do people try to reinvent the wheel then? Why is that?
I think a lot of that goes to they want it to be easy. Even though they see how simple it is, you break it down into the steps. Man, it's a lot of steps. Yeah. Why can't I just go from step 1 to step Z.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
see, now you've just made it hard because now you've went from numbers to letters and you've confused yourself and you're like, man, why is this so hard?
Yeah.
It's so simple.
Yeah.
But they make it look so easy. Yeah, because they're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. They're not going 1, 2. Oh my God. 10. Where's my money?
Yeah. And I totally agree with you on that, because I just feel that people in general are just impatient and they're not willing to put in that work to learn their craft. And I think that's so important, whether you're using this as a side hustle to make a few extra $100, or if you're looking to go full time, the steps are the same. They are the same. The speed and the amount of which you put into that business will depend on whether or not you want to be a side hustle versus whether or not you want to go full time. Because a person that wants to go full time is going to take the time and put the time into the business to fail forward as quickly as possible to get that learning, that knowledge, that perspective in order to move forward quickly. Whereas someone who's only wants to do it as a side hustle is only going to spend an hour or 2 hours every weekend building their business. But the steps, like you said, are exactly the same.
The person doing the side hustle needs to understand and know that the same process, the same steps are going to happen, whether they know them or understand them or not.
Yeah.
And the process from making the recommendation as an affiliate to the actual sale is going to be the same for you as the person that doesn't know or just getting started with affiliate marketing, or the person that's been doing it forever and has a real business doing it. It's just like you said, they've taken the time to understanding what both words mean. Affiliate marketing. It's marketing. Your job is to drum up interest into a product. Or if people don't know about the product, it's your job to build a solution to a problem and then go out and find people with that problem. We talked about this, right? Being an influencer on YouTube.
Yeah.
Right. So if you have a YouTube channel and you're creating content, and that's the way we talk about affiliate marketing. So doing affiliate marketing, the simple steps of creating content around a problem. And then once people identify with that problem, or they find your content because it's the solution to the problem, then you lead them, right? You manipulate them over to the solution to their problem, which is your product. But then you have to understand that on the back end of that is the actual sales process. Now, as an affiliate marketer, you don't really need to understand that. And that's why I like to say it's simple, but it's also easy to get started in marketing to be an affiliate marketer versus creating your own product. Because when you create your own product, you actually have to go across that line and you have to worry about the sales process.
Yeah, and you've got many products, not only in this niche but in another niche that you have as well. So you're very well versed in that. I come from the e-com world, having done Amazon FBA for about 4.5 years. So I know the stuff that goes behind the scenes when it comes to physical products, and it is crazy. And to think, back then, I remember a friend of mine who was just starting off in Amazon FBA. He had told me early on that, you know what, this is not for me. I'm going to go into affiliate marketing. And I went, affiliate marketing? Oh, why would I want to sell someone else's product? I want to make my own product, right?
Right? What?
Right?
Those losers? Right? No way.
That
man.
was like the early days before I realized that, you know what? I'd rather be an affiliate marketer and not have to worry about imports and exports and getting the FDA approval or whatever approval to get that stuff shipped overseas, and then get it disseminated across all the old FBA warehouses out there. It's I think about that, and I think about what I do now. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so much simpler.
So see, that's the thing, right? It is so much simpler, and it goes back to what we're talking about. Don't reinvent the wheel. Yeah. If you're an affiliate marketer and you find a good product, they've already done all that. They've already figured out the market, right? If they haven't, then it's not a good product, right? You need to go find, you may have found the product and you may think it's a good product, but it may not be a good product for you as an affiliate, because you're not trying to reinvent the wheel, right? You're not trying to come up with a brand new angle for their product. You want to take what they've given you. So if you go and you look and you say, okay, I want to be affiliate for your product, and they're a good company and they've created a good affiliate resource, they have identified their audience. They have identified a few different pain points, a few different ways to address those pain points and that problem. So don't reinvent the wheel. Let it be simple, right? At its core, to be an affiliate marketer, find a good product and just get people over to the product and then let them do the selling.
Yeah.
Right? Don't try to do the selling yourself from the aspect of, you got to have this product. I'm telling you, this is the best product ever, 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 ever. You know?
Yeah.
No, just let it know that it solves their problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And, you know, a friend of mine once told me that everyone's a marketing genius.
He was holding up his finger, folks, for everyone on the podcast. He didn't air quote yet, but he.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
He has a new symbol. He has a new hand sign here.
Yes, everyone's a marketing genius, and I think that goes to the point of, you know, there's a lot of excitement when you get into this affiliate marketing world and you want to make an impact, and you have a great idea. I'm going to use it. Great idea. I use the air quote. And you know, I think that's what lends itself to overcomplicating something that is so simple, because you're trying to look for that angle. And quite frankly, I want to say that most angles have already been discovered. that you're better off, like Gary had mentioned, following what this company that you're being an affiliate for has already laid out for you. They've done the research. They know who the audience is. It's just a matter of you understanding and determining whether or not the product you're going to be promoting to your audience is a good fit for them, if it solves a problem that they currently have. That's why knowing your audience is super important as well. But yeah, it's not about reinventing the wheel. It's about using what you have and following these simple steps in order to get that product in front of those people, or finding the people that should be in front of that product and attracting those people, which is what we tend to do in our businesses as well.
Yeah, and that's not to say that you as an affiliate marketer don't need to put your marketing hat on, right, and try to become that genius to be a better affiliate marketer than the other affiliate, but you're still relying on the same data, the same angle. Now your bonuses may be better, right? We talked about filling gaps here, you know, on the affiliate files, about when you do a bonus, how can you sort of fill a gap that's sort of missing, if it's like a training product or if it's a physical product, how can you add something of your own, or even a piece of information. Like we talked about, like going to IKEA and, like, you know, your thing is you're going to bring over a case of beer and have them put it together. If they buy it off of your recommendation, right? I mean, you know, it's kind of silly, but the idea is making people feel like you got their back, right? Yeah. Like you are that guy that's going to help them come over and move this thing that they just bought, right? Like you're going to help them find the right spot for it. You're going to help them put it together, you know, all the pieces together, and they're not going to be left hanging. That's important. And there's a lot to be said for that angle. Yeah. Right. But the overall message or the problem that the product solves has already been done by the person that invented the product, that created the product, you know? So don't try to be a pioneer. Now, that's not to say, again, that there aren't pioneers out there that, you know, break into the scene and you're like, wow, how'd they do that? Well, you know, they got lucky, or they are a true genius, because, you know, they do exist. But, you know, they say, what is it about pioneers come back with arrows in their back? You know what I mean? And then the settlers sort of, you know, come behind them and like, hey, look what we found.
Yeah. You know, and I want to also add to that. I mean, it just goes back to the basics of blocking and tackling, right? If we're talking about the sports analogies when it comes to affiliate marketing, because you brought up an important part of like, part of my challenge always is can I find a different angle? Can I find a bonus that's going to meet a gap or fill a gap that the product itself doesn't have? And lots of times, you know, if the product's really good, there is no bonus. And that's when it falls upon you and your reputation as a marketer. Are you the type of person that has built your business based on honesty and trust? Because when you do that, sometimes you don't even need to have a bonus in order to make sales. It's always nice to have one, but only, to me, if it's going to fill a need or fill a gap that's going to help that product be even better than it is already presented. And I think that's super important for people to remember.
Yeah, for sure. Because I mean, a lot of the value that you bring as an affiliate marketer is just letting people know about the product itself.
Yeah.
Because again, going back to don't reinvent the wheel, a lot of people are like, oh, well, I don't have an angle, or I don't have a bonus. Well, you know, the angle there is just that you're a helpful person. you create content that shows them how to solve the problem, and this product solves the problem.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when you generate leads and you sort of go back and just sort of focus on the online aspect of being an affiliate marketer and building an email list, let's say. Lots of time people are like, I don't know what to offer up on a squeeze page as a freebie or a lead magnet. I need to create this thing. Well, not when you're getting started, because now even the simplest lead magnet is delving into product creation. It's doing something that you as an affiliate marketer don't need to do. Your headline on a squeeze page could literally just be the benefit that the sales page is going to give them.
Yeah.
Right? You just take the headline off the sales page and say, click here, give me your name. I'm going to show you how to solve the biggest problem that you have in your life right now. They give you their email address. They click submit. They go on your email list. They're redirected to a sales page that has a video sales letter or just a written sales page that addresses the biggest problem in their life. And the way to fix that problem is to buy that product.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't know about that until you told them. So that is the lead magnet. That is the value that you added to their life. And like you said, when you get to that point where they trust and believe in your recommendations, which is, again, going back to the concept of becoming an influencer in your specific niche, in your specific world that you create around a problem and around a solution for that group of people, you're not reinventing the wheel. You're just telling people the truth.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think, again, it's just the basics, right? And even I tend to forget the basics, because as I grow as an entrepreneur, as I see other marketers do certain things, I learn from that. But also too, I tend to forget that it's just sticking to the plan, sticking to the basic steps. And you outlined it. Just having that squeeze page. I mean, that's the basic thing you do. I mean, I do the exact same thing. I'll find a benefit or find something that I can add to the squeeze page, and from there, that's where it starts. The journey starts right there, because once you get them over to the sales page, your work is done. You got them on your list. You're building your list, and now you're getting over to the sales page, and you're letting the vendor do the heavy lifting for you. And to me, that's like the basic. I mean, what the professor said, guys, that's like the basic blocking and tackling 101 right there for affiliate marketing.
Because at its core, you're not reinventing the wheel. The same way with not trying to always, come up with something new per se. Just keep saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Maybe you have to say it in a different way, and that's what rinse and repeat is.
Yeah.
Right. Don't try to think that you can keep coming up with a new angle, because you might just confuse people.
Yeah.
Right. Because the problem and the solution always need to be the same thing. So don't reinvent the wheel, rinse and repeat. Keep saying the same thing again and again and again. And if you don't believe that doesn't work, let's take that back to advertising. Yeah. Right. So advertising, brand building, some of that, right? Maybe not marketing like the way we think about it. But how many times have you seen a Coca-Cola commercial or a Nike commercial? Yeah. And at its core, what are they doing? They're just saying the same thing over and over and over. If you want to do it, just do it. Right. If you want, a refreshing drink, this is the one for you. Right. Look at how happy it makes these people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, how many times can they say that in a different way?
Yeah.
They just show it to you in different forms of imagery and different types of ads, just finding a different way to resonate with you based upon who you are, right? Where you are in your life. You know what I mean? Whether you're an adult that's moving into the world of, maybe you're mixing your Coke with alcohol, or you're a grandparent and you're giving that Coke to your grandkids because you're at a picnic or whatever. It's the same product. It just solves two different problems, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, but really at the end of the day, it's the same problem in that case. And that's really about relationships and having a better life, which you may not even think about it that way. Right.
Yeah.
But if you are an affiliate for Coke, I guarantee you, if they had an affiliate program, right, they would lay all that out for you, and you'd be like, wow, I didn't know the benefit of, Coca-Cola was, having a great life.
Yeah. But that's what they want their brand to be associated, right? And I think that's goes back to the whole point of affiliate marketing is finding that product and meeting that need, and finding the product that's going to meet the need of your audience and presenting it to them in a way other than just thinking about making the money, which, at the end of the day, we all want to make money. But if you approach it from a position of value, and you had mentioned that earlier, and I think it's so important to reiterate with our audience that, when you come from a place of value, I mean, to me, that's the ultimate, because now you're able to not only provide them with a solution to their problem, but also, build up your reputation as someone who does provide value, who is truthful and honest. And it's just something that just goes, it's evergreen. It lasts forever as long as you keep doing it, rinse and repeat.
And of course, we're coming from the angle here on the Affiliate Files, where we talk about the way that we do affiliate marketing based upon the community and the Taking Action Online plan, the 12-step action plan. It's free. There's a link below this video if you're on YouTube, or if you're on the podcast, you can just go to the Affiliate Files and join the community, and you'll see the message there. And the truth about making money online as an affiliate marketer is there are different ways to be an affiliate marketer, but don't reinvent the wheel around those ways. So the strategy we're talking about here is for us, like our YouTube channels, Ken Furukawa Marketing and 30 Minute Marketing. If you go to those YouTube channels, we do real reviews about products in a certain niche, and we talk about them, and we're being honest and truthful, talking about marketing versus manipulation, like we talked about here on the channel. And we're talking about the fact, does the sales page deliver on the promises once you get inside the product, whether it be software or training? Well, see, we're putting forth ourselves, our own faces, our own real names, right? And saying, hey, take a look at this. This is what we think. This is what we believe based upon our history, based upon the things that we've done to this point. That is one way to create content and be true and be yourself. But there is affiliate marketing where you get a pen name and you do that same kind of thing, and you just set up these automations and you just let it run in the background, and it becomes a numbers game, right? And then there is just straight up running paid traffic where nobody even cares. You just sort of make up a page or a fake brand or a pen name, and you just run traffic, and you do it to the point where you can do it where you turn a profit or get a return on investment or return on ad spend. And it literally is just a math problem at that point, right? There is no relationship building. There is no, like what we're talking about, building content, except for the ads. You need to come up with creatives and all that. So yeah, there is a small subset of content, but it's not the same level where you're building a tribe of folks and a following. And, like I said, putting yourself forward, like here on the Affiliate Files, we understand the truth. We understand the reality. And that's why we're here telling you, don't reinvent the wheel. But if you pick whatever model you pick it and go for it, right? Don't try to shortcut the shortcuts, and don't try to take what is simple and immediately make it easy. You have to go through the process and make sure that you understand it's simple, and it'll work its way towards easy.
Yeah. And, you brought up an important point about finding that strategy and sticking with it, and keeping it simple, because it's that process that we all have to go through. We all go through this process, trust me. And the more you try and shortcut things, the longer it takes you, ironically, because, we talk about time, and time being your most precious asset. Every time you start something new, the clock starts at 0 and it starts ticking. And the more you hop around, the more you try to shortcut, the more you try to find that hack. And I use air quote again. I didn't do it on purpose.
That's so he says. So he says, folks. So he says.
To me, it just lengthens the time that you get to where you want to be. So Gary brought up an important point, and that is always just stick to that one plan. Stick to that strategy, and just go through it and learn. And every time you do something, sit down and kind of do like a postmortem and understand, okay, what worked, what didn't work, what am I going to do better next time, what do I not want to do. And that learning process is the process that we have all gone through. Even the guys that are out there with their Lambos and their fancy car, fancy houses, they all have done the same thing. They worked as well. So, I think that's super important to understand, is that we all tend to look at the very end, the results, but not willing to look at all the hard work that went to get to that point.
And it goes back to where you started about don't reinvent the wheel, looking at affiliate marketing as a side hustle. It's like you can start affiliate marketing as a side hustle and not even ever understand the definition of marketing or understand what we talked about with sales, understand funnels, understand you don't even need a squeeze page. We talked about that here on the channel. If you just get started, you're making a recommendation. You just simply go to Facebook and you recommend the product to everyone that's in your Facebook, right, realm or any social media, just all the people that are following you. And if you share that to the public and it gets shared and shared and shared, right, you might ride that wave and you might get lucky. It's like, even a blind squirrel finds a nut, right? I mean, you can get lucky and be like, great, this affiliate marketing thing is going to make me rich. Right? And then lightning doesn't strike twice because you don't know what you did because you didn't follow a simple process.
Yeah.
Your simple process was post a link on Facebook, set back and wait for the money.
Yeah.
Right. I got a big dose of hopium and I'm going to lean back. I'm going to let that flow through me and I'm going to wait for the money to roll in. I mean, it's not a strategy. You know what I mean? So when I'm saying don't reinvent the wheel, you don't need to reinvent the wheel, but you do have to understand why the wheel is designed the way it is. It's designed that way to make your life easier.
Yeah, and absolutely. And that's one of the reasons why I think Gary mentioned earlier that we talk about this 12-step action plan. You guys can get access to that plan by either clicking on the link below the YouTube video or on the podcast page. You can get access to that link. But what that action plan does is it lays everything out in steps. And as simple as it may be, as simple as it may sound, is a very, very powerful action plan that, and I did a count, there's there's 104 lessons and over 16 hours of content for free.
And don't let those numbers scare you either.
Don't let it scare you though.
Again, you can start as a side hustle, but you need to go through this content to understand as a side hustle how you can take it to the next step if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
But also, if you just want it to remain a side hustle, this content is going to allow you to do the side hustle, follow through with the training, and make sure that the side hustle actually gets you the results you want, which is to make money online. And that's the truth.
Yeah, that is. And, to me, you can go and you can scour the internet for all the information because it's all out there. It's all out there for free. And I think you and I can attest to this, that we've tried to piece all of the pieces together from different videos and different blog articles and articles. But what this does is this action plan actually takes everything and puts it under one roof for you to just follow along at your own pace and click for click, take action and actually build your business, which is kind of cool. I wish I had this way back when. I probably would have changed my tune about Amazon FBA way back when if this action plan was in place.
Yeah, but the action plan allows you not to reinvent the wheel, and I'm going to drive that home again. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just have to click on the link below this video if you're on YouTube. Go over to theaffiliatefiles.com, join the community. You'll see a message from me and Ken, and we'll walk you through. We'll show you inside the community, and you can understand the 12-step action plan is inside that community for free. And you just watch it, and you learn the truth about making money online. You learn what affiliate marketing is, and then you pick the wheel that you want, and then you jump on that wheel and you ride it to success. Right?
Yeah.
It's that simple.
It is that simple.
And let's see, where we at? 29 minutes. That's close enough to 30 minutes for me. You got anything else to say, Ken?
Nope. I ain't got nothing else to say.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's right.
He's Ken Furukawa, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.